So yesterday, Ace Frehley, the original guitarist for Kiss, died at the age of 74. And a few hours after news reports said that he had suffered a brain bleed and was on life support in the hospital. And a couple weeks after, he was hospitalized after a fall in his studio and canceled the remainder of his 2025 tour. His family confirmed that he had died on social media, saying that we are completely devastated and heartbroken. In his last moments, we were fortunate enough to be able to surround him with loving, caring, peaceful words, thoughts, prayers, and intentions as he left this earth. Kiss is what got me into this knowledge of rock music thing, and I was fortunate enough to be able to see Kiss, not with Ace Frehley though, in Nashville on their farewell tour in 2023. So other rock stars that posted tributes to Ace Frehley on their social media were Maynard James Keenan of Tool, Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine, even Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons, and former Kiss band member Peter Criss. And Maynard James Keenan only said 2 words, "Godspeed, Ace," and posted a picture of what I believe is him wearing Ace Frehley makeup. So now I'm going to tell you some Kiss stories. And the first story is J.J. French, the guitarist for Twisted Sister, originally auditioned for Kiss in late 1972, early 1973, or somewhere like that. But Ace got the part, which, fun fact, during his audition, he was wearing mismatching sneakers. One orange sneaker and one red sneaker. And Kiss, their third movie, back in 2015, was actually a Scooby-Doo movie. And it was called Scooby-Doo and Kiss, a rock and roll mystery. And it featured Scooby-Doo characters on their way to Kiss World, an amusement park that they owned in the movie. And they went by their personas, like not Paul Stanley, Tommy Thayer, Gene Simmons, and Eric Singer. They went by Starchild, Spaceman, Demon, and Catman in the movie. So, for 2 of their 3 movies actually had Ace Frehley. Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park from 1978, which was the inspiration for Scooby-Doo and Kiss. And Detroit Rock City, which had a song featured in it that was written by Diane Warren, who also wrote the song I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith. But this video is not about them, so. And another funny Kiss story is that Bob Kulick, the brother of later guitarist Bruce Kulick, auditioned for Kiss, but immediately after his audition was Ace Frehley's audition. And as you know, Ace Frehley got the part. And I'm trying to think of some other Kiss stories right now. So, the guitarist that replaced Ace Frehley, Vinnie Vincent, who took on the persona of the Ankh Warrior, he originally wrote songs for the shows Happy Days and Joni Loves Chachi. And Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons were actually originally in another band together called Wicked Lester, which was more of a folk rock hippie band. And they didn't like the sound of it, so they just they broke up and formed Kiss. They actually recorded an album's worth of demos for Wicked Lester. Well, that's all for today. So make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Bye.